Hey, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance,
Baffle them with Bull.
what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Baffled by Bull. My name is Xavier. I'm one of the hosts, along with my awesome and handsome older brother, Zachary.
Hey, how's it going?
Anyway, Zach, what are we talking about today? For the first, just mind you, this is the first episode of Baffled by Bull. Welcome.
Oh, well, you're welcoming everyone else, just not me?
No.
Okay. No. We're going to go right into it. What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Let's get down to brass tacks.
We'll get down to brass tacks. I think we should talk about one of the big issues, one of the big things with us and our family, which is movies. We were brought up.
How we quote movies daily?
We quote movies constantly, and Spaceballs is one of the biggest ones.
They've gone to plaid.
Exactly, and I thought with the space theme we could also kind of go into Star Wars.
I'm good with that
because you were brought up on a different set of Star Wars than
a better version of
our older siblings.
A better version of Star Wars. All the Star Wars say, no, it's not. The Phantom Menace sucked.
What? No, it's not that. Anyway, let's get back to the comedy. We're going to stick on track here. We'll get to Star Wars. But I think Spaceballs was loosely formed out of ideas of Star Wars.
It was to make fun of Star Wars.
Not only Star Wars.
No, there's other references to other sci-fi movies.
Like Planet of the Apes.
At the end.
Well,
there goes the planet.
Alien. The people in the diner when the alien comes out of his stomach.
I like when Lone Star goes to grab him. He grabs the dude next. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "The Vulcan neck grip." He's like, "No, you idiot! You have to go much lower." He's like this.
Yeah,
that's it.
And he falls to the ground. Well, back to the diner part. When the thing came out of his chest, it didn't know. The people didn't know that was going to happen. It just kind of happened, and they were all like, their reaction was so genuine. Anyway, so
it was a real reaction. They didn't know about it, that it was going to happen.
No, which made for comedic genius.
I think that's awesome when that happens.
I love it. So
anyway,
Mel Brooks is the
man, the legend. Mel Brooks, if you're listening to this, we would love to interview you.
I looked it up some time ago, but the original name of that movie was going to be Planet Moron.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm kind of glad they changed it.
Really?
I mean, I get it, but I think I like Spaceballs better.
Spaceball. I mean, I definitely like it.
I think it makes fun of the other,
especially Spaceballs, the breakfast cereal.
Spaceballs, the lunchbox.
Coloring book.
Oh yeah, the coloring book was just a Transformer coloring book, and it even has a picture of Optimus Prime on it. They just put Spaceballs on the top. Was it really? Yeah, if you go look at the coloring book, it has a picture of Optimus Prime on it.
I'll have to watch it so I can see that again. My favorite of that whole scene is Spaceballs, the flamethrower, and then 30 years later, Elon Musk comes out with his own flamethrower.
He's done that a few times. On the Tesla cars, they have like a high-speed option that you can, or a mode that you can set the car in. It's called ludicrous speed.
Does it really?
It really does.
I know they have the mode where you can press the buttons a certain way and they dance. The doors come up, the lights start shining. He must have had
in Star Wars, do you know the name of the rocket for SpaceX?
No.
It's called the Falcon rocket. It's based off of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I was told. I don't know how true that is. So okay. I might be bullshitting you.
I didn't, crossing over here to the Star Wars side, I didn't realize the guy who played Chewbacca, the Wookiee, recently passed away. It was like April or something.
He did. Fun fact about him.
I thought... Go ahead.
I was going to say fun fact, and I peruse Facebook Marketplace from time to time, and somebody is selling one of his socks and a lock of his hair in like a nice case and everything for $1 million.
$1 million for a sock and a piece of hair that we don't know where it came from.
For the dude that played Chewbacca, some tall guy.
Let's get some respect here. What was that guy's name?
His name was Peter Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew.
I
always thought
Peter Mayhew.
I always thought it was Kareem.
And if you don't believe me, it's for sale in New Orleans. Sorry to interrupt, but if you don't believe me, it's for sale in New Orleans. Go look on Facebook Marketplace.
I always thought it was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar playing that because he was so tall. I wonder if he did play Chewie at some point.
I don't think he did. I think it was always Peter Mayhew.
You don't think he did?
I wonder who plays Chewbacca now.
CGI?
I don't know if it's CGI, though.
Probably not.
I don't know. We would have to look that up.
So.
But anyway, when was the first time you saw Spaceballs?
Ooh, probably around the same time I saw...
I mean, we grew up watching it.
We grew up with it. Our older siblings were probably watching it in the late 80s. It didn't come out till, 1987?
What year were you born?
I was born in 1984. So I was probably watching it and then finally realizing what I was watching maybe in the early 90s, around the time Toy Story was coming out. And you were in diapers drinking bottles?
I was born in 92, so that movie was probably playing while I was still in the womb, and I could probably quote it when I was born.
You were on the Millennial Falcon.
The Millennial.
Such a millennial.
You're a millennial, too.
Barely.
No, you're a bona fide, solid, thoroughbred millennial.
Wasn't there a guy... Who's the guy who was in Star Wars? What did he play? They spent extra money building the...
Oh! I like this one. So,
Liam Neeson. There he is.
Liam Neeson. So, on the set of Star Wars, I think he played Qui-Gon Jinn, if I'm not mistaken. And so they built the sets to the height of the actors. Well, Liam Neeson is 6'2", and they had to spend extra money to build the sets to his height, and they spent about $160,000 more because
that's insane. Is that because of the way they were filming it?
I guess. I don't know.
Did they not show their feet or something?
I don't know. They didn't show Moff's feet.
Moff's? Oh, Peter Cushing?
Peter Cushing, he didn't like the boots that he was wearing, and he asked George Lucas to minimize the amount of shots where they could see his feet, and he wore a pair of Sperry's to work. He'd have his nice Imperial uniform, all serious, and then he would have a pair of Sperry's.
That's like the news people going on wearing your boxers, but you got the whole shirt and the suit and tie and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I would do it. I mean, if they're not going to show my feet, I would do that.
So what was your Star Wars generation? What was the one you remember?
Everybody's going to hate me for this. I know it. But, so, I didn't grow up.
Episode 1?
I remember watching, it was like The Empire Strikes Back or something when I was 5 years old, but it didn't really resonate with me. When I was 10 years old, I got to go see The Phantom Menace, the next set of Star Wars movies, the night it came out. And that was with the pod racing and the droids. It was the best.
Do you remember when the merchandise came out for some of those things?
Oh yeah,
some of those the new.
Remember the little dog tags where you could put it in the reader?
Oh, the sound bites.
Yep.
You could put the reader in there, and you could hear what was the goofy guy's name?
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks.
Most hated character in any sci-fi
hear Natalie
franchise.
Portman.
Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman, if you're hearing this, we would like to interview you.
Yes. So, back to
Spaceballs?
Spaceballs for a moment. Yeah. So, definitely one of our family favorites. We quote this movie constantly.
Well, we grew up. We watch it every Christmas. We watch it randomly throughout the year. We quote it every day.
What's your favorite scene?
So I think my favorite scene is Lone Star and them, they take off and they're going light speed. And they're Dark Helmet's what's going on? What happened? And he's they must have jumped to light speed. And then Colonel Sanders is all right, prepare ship for light speed. And then Dark Helmet's light speed too slow. We must go straight to ludicrous speed. He's ludicrous speed? This ship can't take it. And this is my favorite line of any movie ever created. And he's like, "What are you, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? Prepare ship for ludicrous speed."
Definitely a great scene. I think my favorite is the one where they're in the they're combing the desert. And they're like, "Comb the desert." And then he turns over, he's got the bullhorn. He's like, "You guys find anything yet?" They're like, "No, we ain't found anything yet." He goes to the next guys. "You guys find anything?"
"Nothing yet, sir."
"Nothing yet, sir." He gets to the third guy and they got a pick. It's like a 6-foot pick. And he's like, "You guys find anything?" "We ain't found shit."
We ain't found shit.
One of my favorite scenes of that whole movie. And then it kind of brings up some conversation points because who makes a 6-foot comb?
Somebody got paid a shit ton of money to make an exact replica that's like 200 times larger of an ace comb.
That is definitely a weird invoice to look at. 6-foot ace comb.
And what happened to him?
Even more. Oh, I don't know. Probably in somebody's garage.
No, but like, what would you do with a 6-foot comb?
You'd put it on a wall. I'd buy it.
You would. Oh, your wife would love that.
That would be the ultimate Star Wars merch. I mean, Spaceballs merch.
Spaceballs. Mixing them up.
I always do that. So I think it's a good time to get into Bull or Not. This is the segment where we're going to read out a comment or a fact to one another, and we ask each other if it's bullshit or not.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I'm going to let you start.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, so
you may not be able to breathe once I get mine going.
I kind of knew we were going to be talking about sci-fi movies and other things. So my first question, or my first Bull or Not.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. You've seen the movie Pluto Nash, have you?
I have. Eddie Murphy's one of my favorite comedians. Actors.
The movie Pluto Nash took place on Mars. They didn't film it on Mars, obviously.
I was about to say that. I didn't think we made it there yet. I know we're trying to get to that planet. At least move to that planet.
It was fictionally taking place on Mars.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that.
True or bull or not?
It fictionally took place, you're asking, on Mars.
Yeah, the story carried out on Mars.
I'm going to say bull because I think I remembered some other name. Because they went to like a restaurant or something, or club. I'm going to say bullshit on that.
Damn! It takes place on the moon. Very good movie if you haven't seen it. It's a cheesy sci-fi movie, but
it is.
It's a comedy.
I didn't remember anything about Mars.
That was one of my favorite sci-fi movies growing up.
I thought I might have been wrong there.
Okay. What you got? Bring it, homie.
All right. Does Bill Murray own a sports team?
Does Bill Murray own a sports
team? Bill Murray, comedic genius.
Can you tell me, like, does he own a baseball team? Or let me think of what sports team.
Okay, let me ask you again. Does Bill Murray own a baseball team?
I'm going to go with yeah. That seems like something he would buy.
You're right. He does. He co-owns the Charleston River Dogs. It's a Class A minor league baseball team.
I don't even know what the Charleston River Dogs are.
Even better, do you know what his job title is for the River Dogs?
Exotic dancer.
No, but that was a good guess. His actual title is Director of Fun.
Director?
Would you expect anything less from Bill Murray?
I don't know. I would have enjoyed exotic. What?
So the River Dogs.
Let's go River Dogs. Is that Charleston, South Carolina?
I just want to know why they didn't rename the team the Groundhogs.
That's a good question.
Groundhog, River Dog.
I don't know about all that. Or the Groundhogs.
The Groundhogs. Talk about
it. Just keeps going on and on.
On and on. Okay, so my next one, you're going to get a kick out of this one.
Is it my turn or is it your turn? Are we going?
I thought you did too.
I did one. I did the Pluto Nash.
I'm sorry.
See, he's cutting in front, and this is the kind of crap I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Just deal with it.
So I apologize, listeners. Apologize.
Welcome back.
Okay, so in the movie Blazing Saddles. Ooh, speaking of Mel Brooks.
I don't know if
Blazing Saddles. One of the Mexican characters when he sees Mongo walk